My fellow Virgin Islanders, this is your Commissioner for the Department of Planning and Natural Resources, Jean-Pierre Oriel. For over 30 years, we've discussed the adoption of a comprehensive land and water use plan, and I am proud to say that we at DPNR are here to complete this mission. This plan will be used as a tool to make decisions on how we can protect environmentally and culturally sensitive areas, what new development looks like and where, prioritizing investments to promote fairness and equity across the territory, and more. We are asking all residents, businesses, and stakeholders to be present and share your values and ideas to help shape the final plan. We are asking all to be active participants in molding the future of our Virgin Islands. Show true VI pride and attend our upcoming town hall meetings on your respective islands. Take part in shaping our future, and I look forward to seeing you there. For more information, visit planusvi.com.
Good day, and welcome to the Government House Weekly Press Briefing and COVID-19 update for the week of March 20th, 2023. I am Government House Communications Director Richard Mota. For the benefit of the radio listening audience, Territorial Epidemiologist Dr. Esther Ellis is joining me this afternoon for the latest COVID-19 data and information on where Virgin Islands residents can get a COVID-19 test, vaccine, and booster this week. But before I go to the Department of Health, the Office of Management and Budget has Social Security stipend checks with incomplete or incorrect mailing addresses. If your name is on the list distributed in the Virgin Islands Daily News today, March 20th, and in the March 22nd, 24th, 25th, and 27th editions, and available on the Virgin Islands Daily News.vi, that's their website. That will be available through April 7th. So if there's a list that's printed in this Monday's paper and will be printed throughout the week and available on the Daily News' website through April 7th. And so if you find your name on that list, please send your full name, the last four of your social security number, and a complete mailing address to ssi@omb.vi.gov. Again, that email address is ssi@omb.vi.gov. Information should be sent by Friday, April 7th, 2023. Now, this is important. If you do not have any access, if you don't have access to email, please get in touch with your respective administrator's office to provide the required information. And so the number to the St. Croix Island Administrator's Office is 773-1404. Again, that number for the St. Croix Administrator's Office is 773-1404. Number to the St. John Administrator's Office is 776-6484. Again, that number is 776-6484 for the St. John Island Administrator. And for the St. Thomas Water Island Administrator, that number is 693-4350. Again, the St. Thomas Water Island Administrator, the number there is 693-4350. And of course, the area codes for all three of those numbers is area code 340. If you submit the information electronically, please do not contact the administrator's office. So if you have the means or you have access to email, please do not send that information via email and then contact the administrator's office, just to avoid duplicity of efforts and to avoid confusion. Information not received by the April 7th deadline will unfortunately result in the checks expiring and having been returned to the Department of Finance. And so with that, I will turn over this afternoon's briefing to the Department of Health and to Dr. Ellis. Dr. Ellis.
Good afternoon, Director Moda, and thank you for the opportunity to update the public on behalf of Health Commissioner Justa Encarnacion, who is attending the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Administration Executive Training and Leadership Development in Maryland this week. We are happy to report that our COVID positivity rate is 2.5%, down since last month and the winter surge, and hospitalizations remain low. Today we have a total of 16 active cases territory-wide, 8 on St. Thomas, 7 on St. Croix, and 1 on St. John, and our hospitalizations territory-wide total 3. There are 0 hospitalizations at the Juana Fleury Hospital on St. Croix, and 3 hospitalizations at Schneider Regional Medical Center on St. Thomas. Our data continues to indicate that the territory's COVID numbers are trending downward with minimal fluctuation. As a result, beginning this week, the Department of Health will issue the EPI report weekly rather than daily. These weekly EPI reports can be found on the Department of Health's Facebook page, website at goh.vi.gov. The Department of Health thanks the community for doing their part to keep our numbers low. Getting vaccinated and boosted is the best defense against COVID and hospitalization. The bivalent vaccine is available for age 6 months and older. Also, remember to vaccinate against flu and be mindful of additional circulating respiratory viruses. Vaccines remain available on St. Croix from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., Monday through Thursday, at the Department of Health Clinic, located on the 2nd floor of 35 Castle Coakley, Unit 5, known as the Old Caribe Home Center Building. No appointments necessary. On St. Thomas, for adults, vaccines are available 9 a.m. to noon, Monday to Thursday, at the Community Health Clinic, located at the Schneider Regional Medical Center. For the flu vaccine, call 340-774-7477 to make an appointment. For children, vaccinations are available at the Maternal and Child Health Clinic, 340-777-8804, extension 2600 to make an appointment. On St. John, vaccinations are available on Wednesdays in the Vipa Gravel lot between 1 and 4 p.m. If you are experiencing COVID-like symptoms, please get tested. If you tested negative on a home test kit and continue to feel sick, seek a confirmation test at a local provider or laboratory. Anyone testing positive upon confirmation at a provider or laboratory qualifies for antiviral medication that can lessen the severity of the illness, possibly shorten its duration, and avert hospitalization. The VI Department of Health has not yet resumed free COVID testing. The public will be notified once the COVID testing drive-through and the COVID hotline has been reestablished. The Department of Health is pleased to announce the recent launch of the influenza-like illness pilot program in 6 schools across the territory. on St. Croix, Claudio Marco, and Good Hope Country Day School, on St. Thomas, VI Montessori School, and Lockhart Elementary School, and on St. John Gift Hill School, and Julia E. Sproul School. This offering includes free school-based flu A, flu B, RSV, and COVID-19 testing, with parent permission, for students with symptoms of respiratory illness. Families who participate will receive a link to their students' test results directly to their cell phone or email address. Results from testing will be available within 24 to 48 hours in most cases. In addition to the free respiratory illness testing, we are working with schools to gather information about respiratory, gastrointestinal, and other illnesses using school absentee data. This data will be used to customize prevention strategies and deploy the treatment resources to schools with outbreaks. We are also developing a respiratory illness dashboard with data from this pilot for use by school administrators, parents, and the greater USVI community to inform decision-making around activities and prevention strategies. In addition, the Department of Health was able to distribute over 17,000 COVID-19 home test kits to schools across the territory for at-home use for students, teachers, staff, or anyone in their household as needed. The second round of distribution is currently underway. The Department of Health also is pleased to report that as of March 2023, no confirmed cases of Mpox have been identified in the territory. Mpox is a viral disease spread predominantly through close skin-to-skin contact with the rash, scabs, or body fluids of another person infected with Mpox virus. People with Mpox often get a rash and may experience other flu-like symptoms such as fever, cough, or fatigue. The U.S. has identified over 30,000 Mpox cases since May 2022. We mobilized our response in August of 2022 with the goal of preventing the spread of Mpox disease in the territory. The Mpox response included weekly coordination meetings, training providers in Mpox identification, testing and treatment, community outreach on Mpox signs and symptoms, building local laboratory testing capacity, and the administration of Mpox vaccines. Since August 2022, we had identified 21 possible cases of Mpox, all of which were confirmed negative through laboratory testing. Additionally, the Department of Health has administered 188 doses of Mpox vaccine. Mpox vaccine is an effective tool in preventing the disease spread. We encourage individuals at higher risk of Mpox exposure to consider getting vaccinated. Those are men who have sex with men, individuals with multiple sex partners, sex workers, laboratory workers handling Mpox specimens, emergency department and urgent care clinical staff, anyone diagnosed with an STI or sexually transmitted infection in the past 2 months, or anyone incarcerated in the past 2 months. St. Croix has Mpox vaccines offered on Wednesday and St. Thomas on Fridays, both during regular clinic hours. To schedule an appointment for a free Mpox vaccine, please call 340-712-0131. Thank you to our local providers and Virgin Islanders for their support in successfully preventing the spread of Mpox in the VI. Thank you. Now back to you, Director Mota.
Thank you, Dr. Ellis. In closing this afternoon, I invite the community to tune in to a press conference hosted by Governor Bryan tomorrow. The governor will make an important announcement about the Virgin Islands Territorial Park System. You can view that press conference on our Facebook page and the Government Access channel at 10 o'clock tomorrow, as I mentioned, Tuesday, March 24th. So March 21st rather. So right here on our Facebook page and on the Government Access channel, you can catch that at 10 a.m. And the Government Access channel is channel 27 or 527 if you have VIA. I also want to take this opportunity to congratulate Virgin Islanders Aaliyah Boston and Jaywan Roberts for their successes on the basketball court as their respective teams, the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Houston Cougars, move forward in the 2023 women's and men's NCAA tournaments. We want to wish Aaliyah and her Gamecocks all the best as they pursue a back-to-back national title win, as well as to Jaywan and his Cougars as they push forward in hopes of winning a men's national title this season. Don't forget to tune in to this week's Administrator's Corner on 107.9 FM The Vibe on Wednesday, March 27th at 9 a.m., where you can get the latest information from all three islands administrators on projects and government-led initiatives in the community and engage your respective island administrator on other community-related issues. And so that's the news that we have for you and the updates that we have for you this week. And with that, I will take any questions from the media, and I see that we have Suzanne Ellis from the Virgin Islands Source joining us virtually. Go ahead, Suzanne.
Hi, good afternoon, Richard.
Good afternoon.
Dr. Ellis. I just wondering if you have any information about the delay in transferring patients to the new JFL hospital, and if the reasons that were given are reasons that can be dealt with before the 22nd of April, and so that April 22nd is a hard and fast date for them to transfer patients. Do you know?
Thank you, Susan, for your question. I do not have any information as to that delay, but I can reach out to leadership and email you after this press conference.
Oh, okay, thank you so much. That's it for me.
All right, thank you, Suzanne. Seeing no other media on the line joining us virtually, that concludes our press briefing. We will be back with you next Monday, March 27th at 1 p.m., same time, same place, same Facebook page, and same channel, which is the Government Access Channel 27 if you have VIA. Have a good afternoon. See you next week.